y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. I'm already laughing because you guys see who's on the screen. Blair Cobbs. This guy's he's very animated. He's such a character, and I like watching him. He's not the best fighter in the world. His style isn't my favorite style to watch, but it is a little bit fan pleasing, a little bit. But his personality, he should be way bigger than what he is right now. I think Golden Boy is doing him a disservice, but he said he's not with Golden Boy no more. He's a free agent. But anyway, he just did one of the best interviews I've ever seen before, and I really had to chop it up. I just didn't want to talk about just one thing. I want to talk about everything he had to say. That's why I'm doing this long video. So with that being said, let's listen to Vergil Ortiz talk about everything he wants to say. And he doesn't hold back at all. He comes for everybody. He comes for like Jaron Ennis. He comes for Vergil Ortiz. He comes for everybody. I think Ryan Garcia as well. I don't know. Yeah, Ryan Garcia. But anyway, let's listen to it and watch me chime into what our guy, Blair Cobbs from Philadelphia, had to say.
Most exciting man in boxing.
Come on, man. What you think about the stoppage?
Oh man, it was a horrible stoppage. It was even worse than the Rolly Romero stoppage. It looks like Tony Weeks is stopping fights very, very early. It's not very good.
I agree. It was the worst stoppage I've ever seen. 20 weeks is paid to do that. He's messing people money up. People had a lot of money on Vergil Ortiz to get the knockout, but nobody would have predicted the first round. So that's the only way to kill everybody's bet. Stop the fight in the first round. Let's listen to Blair.
Boxing, I don't agree with that. Look, I don't give a damn what the promoters are trying to promote or like what their agendas is. Their agenda should be for the people. It should be for boxing more so than anything else. We need to preserve the sport. That means the real needs to be there. The real fighters, the real action, and the real fights. Where we have fair fights and the winner wins the fight. In a way.
So I don't know if Blair is insinuating that the promoters had something to do with it. That could possibly be the case. You know, he believes they're trying to build Vergil Ortiz up into this knockout monster. But he's saying if y'all going to do that, don't pay the ref to stop the fight early. Let Vergil Ortiz work for that knockout. I'm pretty sure that's what he's insinuating, but let's continue and see if that's what he's saying.
Did it actually kind of rob Vergil of him showing, everything he could do in a fight?
Yeah, absolutely. It robs Vergil of like what we know from him, what we can even possibly know. Because now it's like, okay, Vergil went like almost a whole career with all of this promotion and all of this pizzazz. Everybody's putting all these eyes on him, but he's not actually producing nothing. He's fighting guys that are nothing, and he's not even getting fair fights. Like, these guys are like setups. They need better fights.
Whoa. Damn. So it looks like Blair Cobbs has a lot of animosity towards Vergil Ortiz. He says Vergil Ortiz is getting a lot of setup fights, a lot of fake fights, and he's not producing. He's fighting these tomato cans, and he's not producing how he's supposed to. I mean, he does have the knockouts, but I did speak on this. He's not knocking these dudes out cold. He's not knocking these dudes out cold. I will agree with Blair on that. If you're fighting these dudes, you're supposed to knock these dudes out cold. I haven't seen Vergil Ortiz highlights where he knocked out a guy cold. And I'm still yet to see more knockouts from Vergil like that. Most of his knockouts is like similar to like Triple G. It's not very impressive. He just overwhelms you, and the ref got to stop the fight.
need better fights, and like we thought we would have saw one from the what do you call it, the 147 with Stenionis, and Stenionis is an incredible fighter. What happened? Okay, come back and get back in there. You know, if you can't go and you gotta go for the 154 division, fight somebody though. Fight somebody. You know, we need to see better. We need to see better. If this is a tune-up, right? Then let's see him actually fight. Fight the tune-up. Don't just quickly like okay, the most of it was just training. He didn't really fight. So we need to just see real fights. You know, especially with guys that have a whole lot of eyes on them. You know what I mean? So
yeah, so it clearly looks like Blair has some animosity towards Vergil. He clearly wants to fight the guy, and Golden Boy don't want to make that fight for some reason.
Let's see what happens in the years to come, but these type of fights, this type of stuff is not good for Golden Boy, not good for boxing, not good for the sport. We got people doing slap boxing. We got people doing fucking MMA. We got people doing a whole lot of things, and this type of nonsense cannot be tolerated from the fans, for sure.
So what happened to the welterweight division now? I mean, I know that it's been held up for a while. I mean, belts are starting to get vacated.
I'm free now. I'm free. There's going to be some things coming. There's going to be some things coming. I can't wait. I can't wait. Things is going to be very, very exciting in the years to come, especially this year. This year, I'm coming back bigger and better than ever before. And, look, we're possibly going to see.
Blair only has, if I'm not mistaken, he only has one loss. That's to Vergil, not Vergil Ortiz. That's to, what's his name? Alexa Rocha. And Alexa Rocha just got stopped recently.
You want to try the next chat?
Alexa, shut up. Rocha just got stopped recently, and Blair, you know, he's still around, you know. His name is still high. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Guy wants to fight, and he's not afraid to fight anybody. He wants to fight Rocha. He wants to fight Ortiz. He wants to fight Jaron Ennis. He wants to fight all of these dudes. They need to give Blair these fights, man. Let the guy get his name out there.
In this fight, possibly going to see a Benn fight, or possibly just going to see hell. Let's see if we can pull together a Keith Thurman. He's been hiding from everybody, dodging everybody. Why not a Blair to Flair fight? Guess what? You've been off, I've been off too. Now let's.
Whoa, he just came at Keith Thurman. He said, why not a Keith Thurman fight? Keith been hiding from everybody.
Let's get it.
Is Conor Benn the most realistic though, because he's on his own like you are? And
actually, I'm free. I'm not with his own. I'm with everybody now. I'm like, you know, I'm a free agent. I'm not with Golden Boy Promotions. So like, I can roam. I can roam free. Make these big fights happen.
What happened with the Golden Boy relationship?
The Golden Boy relationship goes like this. Okay, after the Maurice Hooker fight, guess what? We're going to give you Vergil Ortiz. Oh, really? Okay, bet. Watch this. They didn't think I was going to beat Maurice Hooker. How many of you really thought I did? How many of you really thought I would have beat Maurice Hooker, especially the way I did? So, when that happens, I don't get no call back. Hey, what happened to the Vergil Ortiz fight? Oh, yeah, nah. Never mind. Okay.
So according to Blair Cobbs, he says after he beat Maurice Hooker, I remember that fight, Blair shocked me. He looked spectacular in that fight. He revamped his career with that Maurice Hooker fight. You know, but he said after he beat Maurice Hooker, he was supposed to fight Vergil. But Golden Boy, for some reason, didn't want Vergil to fight Blair. I mean, isn't this Blair the guy that got stopped by Alexa Rocha? Why wouldn't you want to make Blair versus Vergil? Blair would have sold that fight really well. I don't know. Golden Boy has other plans, And Blair clearly wasn't in it. And Blair peeped that. And that's what he said. That's why he's not with Golden Boy no more.
You know what I mean? The whole thing is this. If he's your fucking boy and you believe in him, put him in there with a monster and see what the fuck happens. Promoters, start promoting your guy. But if you believe in him, put him in there. If not, there's plenty of other fighters out there. The person that he might lose to might have a beautiful, beautiful life, a beautiful story. Look, this is an old man that's been killing it. He killed it. Yeah. What's his name? Barroso.
So Blair is accusing Golden Boy of not trying to put Vergil Ortiz in some tough fights. And he's relating that to the Barroso guy about the guy, whoever, if Vergil Ortiz lose, somebody's going to have a great story, and he's literally talking about Barroso. And let's listen to what Blair has to say. Guy's a character, y'all.
He's mind-blowing. Completely robbed from the Romero fight. So come on. That story is inspiring. We need to take that. Promoters need to see value in those things. Value. Look, let me tell you something. The way people are the way things is going with boxing today, we would have never seen a Manny Pacquiao. They would have quickly just robbed him quick. You know what I mean? The way things is right now, we would have never saw Manny Pacquiao. Motherfuckers don't even know that there was like Filipino boxing enthusiasts. That wasn't a thing until Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? We need to see the greatest fights, and we need to see what the things that makes.
I agree with Blair. We need to see these great fights. I don't like Jaron Ennis for not fighting Blair. I don't like the fact that he's avoiding that fight. Whether you believe you could beat him or not, you haven't fought anybody with a name like Blair yet. Blair has raised his profile, raised his name, and he can actually fight. So, Jaron, is whether you believe you could walk through Blair, it don't matter. The people want to see fights where we actually know the guy. So we'll settle for you fighting a Blair Cobbs than settle for you fighting a Karen. So, and this is what guys like Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz don't see. We boxing fans will at least settle for somebody we know rather than y'all fight somebody we don't even know.
Boxing special. What makes boxing special? The unthought. The things the unforeseen.
Larry Birch said the theater of the unexpected.
The theater of the unexpected. And that's exactly what we need. That's exactly what you get from a Blair to Flair fight. You see the theater of the unexpected. Oh, I thought I was going to win. I thought he was going to win, but then I lose. Oh, shit. I'm supposed to lose, and then I win. Motherfucker, you can't even bet on me even if you tried. So it's just crazy. But this is what boxing's about. And I'm all about bringing action-packed performances and bringing theater and bringing these exciting fights to you guys, the fans. And that's what we need. We need that. Promoters, I beg you to bring it together to put on exciting fights. And even if your guy loses, there is always something to gain out of it. So that's what I see in boxing.
Well, there's a storyline fight. I was there when you and Jaron, you stepped up to Jaron. You're a free agent. I know it was like a promotional thing at the time, but he's a champion now. It's obviously a better situation than Jaron Ennis.
Jaron Ennis?
Yeah. So obviously it's a better situation now that he's a champion. Mm-hmm. You're a free agent. Do you think you can get that fight? Because I think they were kind of...
Yes, it's very, very much possible. See, the thing is, I'm very, very much feared in Philadelphia.
Whoa, I didn't know about that. Blair's, guys, I don't know if you guys know, but Blair used to get trained by the trainer that I got. Blair used to get trained by a trainer that I got. Actually, my trainer started training Blair first. When I first went to the gym, actually, Blair used to be homeless, guys. I heard Blair the Flair was a homeless kid, and all this other stories I heard of Blair. But he used to get trained by my trainer. Yeah. And the guy that trained me. So Blair, he comes from lesser beginnings. So he deserves everything he has right now to be on this stage.
Predictable. My movements is incredibly fast and unpredictable. And a counter puncher is not going to be able to counter punch me for very long. You know what I mean? I just have a few tricks up my sleeve. And it works perfect for Philadelphia fighters. The perfect Philadelphia fighter, Jaron Ennis. He does a very good job with what he has. But he ain't never seen nobody like me yet. And it'll be very, very interesting what happens in the years to come, because we need to see these fighters being tested. That would be a real test.
I agree, man. These dudes need to fight Blair. Whether or not we believe Blair's going to beat him or not, which we don't really believe he's going to beat him, but like he said, they need a test, and I think he could test them.
You can go about beating a guy like that because technically sound all the way around.
Yes, he's technically sound all the way around. Absolutely. How do you beat somebody like that? Okay. Well, what's his greatest asset? Let's put it like this. I'm faster and I'm stronger than him. So what is his greatest asset? His capabilities of his eyes. You trick his eyes, he goes the fuck down. Period. You trick his eyes, he goes the fuck down. And it's not, you can't. Hey, look, I don't give a damn how.
Okay, that one confuses me. He says you trick his eye, he goes down. Yeah, I'm not sure where Blair's going with that one. You trick somebody, you trick his eyes, he's going down. Yeah, Blair's a little out there because he confused me with that one. Anyway, let's continue.
Good you are. You know what I'm saying? If you can't counter everything. You can't counter everything, you can't block everything. So there's gonna be things that's gonna be happening in the fight that's gonna be way too unconventional and you're not gonna be able to think about it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be way too unexpected, and that's what happens. What happens next is what I'm excited about. You know what I mean? Because then we get to see what happens when he gets off the canvas. I guarantee you, he's going on the canvas. And it might be early with the ego that he has. You know what I'm saying? So he's going on the canvas if he ever fights.
Whoa, so Blair is claiming he's going to drop Jaron Ennis for the first time. I personally don't believe that, but I would love to see it. That would be a shocker.
Have you guys?
The trick is what happens after. What happens when he gets the fuck up? Because he's going to get up. Or is he? Well, we need to find out, don't we?
But don't you guys have history? You guys sparred before too, right?
No, we don't really have history.
No?
No.
I think Mosey said
boasts. No. Let me tell you something that's very interesting.
Okay.
I am the fucking man in Philadelphia, period. And you know why? Because he still brings up one sparring session while I was on a 3-year layoff in Philadelphia and couldn't get a fight. And wasn't in the amateurs. So I was not fighting and not training. And they bring that up. Why? Because it was a big deal to him. You know why? Because I was the biggest and the baddest motherfucker in Philadelphia. That's why. That's why his father brings it up, because it was a big accomplishment just to fucking do semi-good against me in sparring. Because I was knocking motherfuckers out in sparring. You know what I mean? Reckless left hands everywhere. You couldn't see a motherfucker fast as me. You know what I mean? But that's how it happens. So we need to start really looking into that shit. But there's no real history between me and him outside of the fact that I've been in the city and I know everybody around him and I know the.
I never heard that Blair sparred around before. This is new to my ears. He said that they only did one session, but I never heard of that. The reporter said his dad talked about it. Jaron and his pop talked about it. But I've never heard of that. I've never asked people about that in the city. So I'm going to try to see what's going on with that. Because according to Blair, they're bragging off of that one session or whatever happened. I mean, it is what it is.
And I know exactly what he is. You know what I mean? He might be the best version of a Philadelphia fighter with all the technicalities, but I do know how to beat that. And I've done it over and over and over again.
And just real quick, lastly, you have a good relationship with the Gainies. Obviously, I think you've heard you have a great relationship with Devin and Bill. The news of maybe...
Absolutely, they're great.
Devin may not get that Ryan Garcia fight, and it might go to Broly and Ryan. Just what's your thoughts on that whole Swish and Rooney kind of...
But look,
and would Golden Boy honor that?
If they don't want Devin, fight me. You know what I mean? Put me in the fucking mix. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Fight me. I catch 144, motherfucker. Like, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? The whole thing is, like, we just need to keep seeing these fights. We need to keep seeing fights. There should not be a reason why Ryan is not fighting Devin Haney. Ryan definitely needs a fight with Devin Haney. You know who else do? Gervonta Davis needs a fight with a Devin Haney. He's been getting these fights and he's been just smoking everybody. You know what I'm saying? But who the fuck got all the belts?
Yeah. I like everything Blair is saying. Blair's talking for the people at this point. You know, he's more than just a fighter himself. He sounds like a fan. So.
You know what I mean? Everybody was talking shit, but they all stayed quiet when Lomachenko was the man. You know what I mean? And then once he wasn't the man, now Twitter's going crazy. Yo, shut the fuck up for all of you, motherfuckers. Like, Devin Haney's taking over right now, and that's just what it is. I even had my own thoughts about Devin Haney at one point. You know what I mean? Even though I know him personally. You know what I mean? But I changed up.
That everybody saw.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I changed up, too. You know what I mean? The reason why I changed up is because he earned his right. He earned his right for me to give him his props. And I can't say nothing but that. I got nothing but love for Devin. I got nothing but love for Bill. And honestly, I can't wait to work with him. Hell, it might be great. It might be a great relationship working with those guys and building up a big attraction.
Why do you favor him over Tank, it sounds like? Why is that?
I favor him over Tank because in the game of chess and checkers, the problem is if they're playing chess, if Gervonta plays chess and then Devin Haney plays checkers, right? But the problem is they're on a checkerboard. There's only 12 fucking rounds. I don't know how long you're gonna be waiting until next thing you know it, the fucking fight is over. I mean, you can only try to go for a knockout, but for so long, and then guess what? He's gonna apply pressure after how many rounds? After 10 rounds, and he's near the end, he's gonna be doing a whole lot of dumb shit and getting caught even more. And like, it just makes a recipe for disaster. But honestly, I could have said that exact same thing for the fight that he decided not to take too. What? It's a Philadelphia fighter. Tevin Farmer.
Yeah.
Tevin Farmer. Remember the Tevin Farmer fight?
Yeah.
That never happened? That was really bitchery. Tevin Farmer had a belt and then what? You know what I mean? He said, oh, go get a belt, this and that. And he did exactly what the fuck he said. He went out there, got a belt for all the best fights he possibly can, and then they still don't do shit with him. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is this. People like to, talk like they tough until they find out. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, those are the words of Blair Cobbs. He goes off on Gervonta Davis. The only person he really talks nice about in this interview is Devin Haney. He said he had a problem with Devin Haney in the past, but now they're cool. He wants to work with Devin. He goes off on Ryan Garcia. He goes off on Jaron Ennis. He wants to fight Conor Benn. He goes off on Vergil Ortiz, Golden Boy, and just the sport of boxing in general. This is a long interview, a really nice interview from Blair, and I agree with a lot of things Blair had to say. You know, I mean, I just want to see Blair get his fair shake. You know, the guy's from Philly. Why not give him his fair shake? You know, let the guy get in there and fight either Conor Benn, Jaron Ennis, or Vergil Ortiz, Thurman, anybody. Let him fight somebody. He wants to.